Hey guys, Ultra for Life here, bringing us a brand new Chaoticast. Today we have Captain Hardrock on here again.
Yeah, the return.
Yeah, the return of me and him. Um, so you guys really liked the Chaoticast. I put up a poll, and I think Chaoticast is like the second on my community tab. Which, oh my god, I have the community tab now on my on my Chaotic channel.
That is awesome. I can't wait to get mine so I can just post memes.
Yeah, I think you got to have a certain amount of hours, and you got to hit 1,000 subscribers. So
I'm almost at 700, which freaks me out. I'm super excited.
yeah, you'll get there eventually. You just got to keep chugging at it.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, I had the benefit of a lot of my people from my main channel coming over to
Oh,
here,
absolutely.
so yeah. But you'll get there eventually. Which, by the way, guys, Captain Hardrock's or so, wait, Codemaster Hardrock, Captain Hard. Okay, I'm just
Okay.
seeing just seeing both your names up there, and I'm like, wait, which one is it?
Yeah.
So Codemaster Hardrock, I'll have his link to his channel down below. And for those who have subscribed since my last upload, if you don't remember what a chaotic or don't know what a chaoticast is, it's a podcast where I and someone else just sit down and talk about chaotic and other stuff. Sometimes we branch off to other things, and I don't really have a layout for anything. It's just we kind of chit chat and see where things go. So yeah, Codemaster Hardrock, want to introduce yourself for the people who either don't remember or don't know you, and say
Sure,
hi and all
sure.
that. Yeah.
So my name's Nate. Go by Codemaster Hardrock on YouTube. If anyone who's watching this doesn't know me from anywhere, you might know me from my recent interview with Brian Gannon. I'm also working on a series called the Codemaster Chronicles, which is basically the Yu-Gi-Oh! Progression series, but for chaotic. And other than that, in my spare time, I make proxies and I like the zoo.
You know, mention of your cosplay.
Oh, if we're gonna mention something like that, oh, sweet heaven. So I've had this. I'm also recording something on my end. I'll send this to you. I have been. Oh shoot! I have been working on a KOR cosplay, and this is his head. And I decided to give him a mask for funnies.
Oh God.
He's able to go to the supermarket. Got to put some Warbler back there for some support, and then call it a day.
So, oh yeah, you mentioned that like you're doing a chaotic progression series similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh progression series. For those who don't know, the I almost called it the Yu-Gi-Oh Possession series. What?
Perception series.
The Yu-Gi-Oh progression series is something that a big Yu-Gi tuber, actually one of the biggest, Simo, has been doing, where he and a friend are building decks using every set, but they're going in order of release of Yu-Gi-Oh! So they started with like Legend of Blue Eyes and built the best deck they could out of like opening so many packs of that, and moving on and on and on and on. They're getting, I think they're at Shining Victories now. I don't remember. I
Well,
don't.
they're heading towards the end of Pendulums, which is so weird. Because I just think about, because I remember when Lynx came out, and I remember thinking about it, and that freaked me out, and now it's like, I can't imagine a single deck without a Link monster.
Dude, Link's almost made me quit Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm gonna be 100%
Dude,
honest.
Pendulums made me quit Yu-Gi-Oh! For a little bit.
I love pendulums. They're my favorite summoning mechanic.
I'm a weirdo. Okay, listen, when Synchros came out, because that was like the newest thing, and everyone was so, turned away from it. I, on the other hand, was like, this card is like all white, it's like pearl white, it's stylish, it's cool, and plus the 5Ds anime came out, so it's just like, it's cyberpunk, this is my jam, and yeah.
I actually got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! So I grew up watching the series. I saw like the first season or so of 5Ds, and then I got out of it. Right at about the same time that I got that like Chaotic died. And I just stopped playing and caring about card games all the way up until I don't even know when, sometime in high school. Actually, like right after high school when I moved, and my big brother, I got super depressed after the move, and I basically just locked myself in my room, sat in my little like chair, and basically was a little goblin staring at my computer screen watching anime all day throughout that whole summer. Um, my big brother got so frustrated with me, he busted into my room, dragged me up to the card store, and was like, "You're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Whether you like it or not. You can socialize."
You're going to the shadow round.
And
shuffle around, low tier.
Oh god, I was like, that was like midway through Zexal format. I remember Return of the Duelist just came out.
Wow.
And yeah, that was the set where Madoshe were first introduced and had Heroic Champion Excalibur on it. Like, I missed the Return of the Duelist sneak peek by a week when I got back into the game. And I was like, what the heck are these black cards and how do you overlay? What? Huh? I'm confused. I at least knew what's...
Whole conglomerate mess. You know, and then I think about, you know, when Chaotic comes back, I just think about, oh no, what if there's a mechanic where you could just do something like that?
Dude, I want to see them do something really cool like that, you know?
You know what? Yeah. How cool would it be if you had, like, a Super Saiyan form for your creatures? Like, it was like a Mujic, and, like, you'd be like, well, I guess that's what Oni is, right?
I'm sorry, you just made me imagine Maxor and KO doing a Dragon Ball fusion dance.
I don't know if you see my latest videos, but I've gotten way better at editing. I'm gonna make that happen. I'm gonna make it go, ha! And then they're gonna make Kiru.
With Chromax's hair.
No! I'm done! What would their fusion name be?
Oh god, for one thing,
it can't just be Max or, you know.
K-Mox. I don't know.
We'll come up with... You know what? We'll come up with something, and once I got it, I'll just blurt it out.
The funny thing is, I could totally see the two arguing about whose name goes first. Like, would it be...
Oh my... you know Kaor would argue so hard. He would just die. He would go like, no! I get to choose the name.
The name must start with a C.
It's gotta start with a C! And then once they fuse, like, Kaz and Tom show up, and then he's like, hello, Kazzy! And then he's like...
You're killing me here.
Oh, man. Oh, you know what? Now I want to come up with some fusion ideas. Let's see. Yakus and Mishmash Fish. That's the best one. For those of you who don't know, Mishmash... Okay, so some of you know who Yakus is. But a lot of you may not know who Mishmash Fish is.
Oh, God.
He was a online exclusive underworld version, I guess, of Yakus. He was like this literal mishmash of random stuff. And he's ugly, but I like him. He's so stupid.
He's another one of those gag cards that I just... They're adorkable. You like them, but they're stupid. Now
I want one for every tribe. I know the Mepedian one will just... It would look so... It would be like, you gotta love me, I'm the baby!
Okay, so... idea for I don't know what to call it, but the Yakus version of a Mepedian. It could be... Okay.
Splish, splash, splosh. No, that's the Marillion one.
I was gonna say something like, wait, no, that'd be mean. It'd be a Warbeast, except it would be, I don't know, the size of a cat, and it would be...
It's a Warbeast you can just kick up and, like, bounce it.
I just got it. It'd be this adorable little turtle about the size of a cat. There we go. Or, wait, no, there's gotta be something better than that.
No, and its name would be Curdle.
Turters! Bonus points if you get the Turters reference.
Yep. Bonus points to every one of you.
Do you
10
get
points
the,
to
do you get the Turters reference?
Oh my god, of course.
Oh god. Yeah, I forgot to
Danian one, maybe. The Danian one would have to be like this gross, like, slug beetle thing.
I mean, you could literally just make it a baby Danian, like a freaking larva thing. That or like...
If they're upset with the dead, just make it a Frankenstein monstrosity.
Okay, so have you ever seen The Fly?
Yes!
Yeah, make it The Fly. There we go.
Just make it the Fly. No, a human turning into a mandiblore. That's what it is.
Basically, yes, and then just call him Buzz.
Somebody, A game already made this joke. It's Barry. It's Barry Seinfeld.
And then the flavor text for it would be, so assuming its name would be Buzz, the flavor text would be, he doesn't have a light year's chance of getting out of the. Oh darn it! I was gonna make a pun, but I wanted to be a Lightyear reference somewhere. Just be able to be like Buzz Lightyear.
You like Raz?
Oh no!
YuGiOh made that joke. I gotta give credits due.
I forgot about the movie.
I did a video with A Game, and when I made, whenever I said that joke was said, I put a video where it's like it's the Bee movie, but the face of the bee is Draz.
Oh my god. What even is the Bee movie?
Oh my god. Oh man, can we just talk about how great that movie actually is?
I love it, but at the same time, it's like, what the hell? Oh,
you know what? Oh, you know what? I got the next chaotic meme.
Oh no.
I got it.
Oh no.
I want somebody to make a music, because there's a chart with like all the music symbols. Do the entire script for the Bee movie as a Danian music. And like key code it and like work it into a music.
Dude, you know what is one of the first things I want them to bring back whenever the game comes back?
What's up?
I want the music player back.
Oh my god, that would be awesome.
Because that was on 4Kids' website for the longest time. You could plug in your music codes, and then you could listen to what the actual song of the music was.
See, I thought that was such a cool thing.
Yeah.
Such a cool idea. And I like that, like, in the bottom right corner of the card image, like, just that space where it would say, like, music, whatever, was the music notes. Like, that you could just, like, punch in. Awesome!
Yeah, and then you could go and punch it in the music player, and then bang, you got the music you could listen to. Oh, God. I remember messing around with that for, like, a solid hour as a kid, just punching in every single music I could, and it was, like, the coolest thing ever.
I'm sure you could. Oh, you know what? When it comes back, I'm gonna make a music of Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Dude, that reminds me. I got Rickrolled for the first time in years the other day. Actually, well, not the other day. It was like a month or two ago.
I don't know who did it, but bless them.
So I don't know if you heard, but so I forget, what do they call them again? Where you can like basically crypto a image or whatever. I can't remember what it's called. But
Regardless.
Yeah, so they announced that Charlie Bit My Finger again, one of the most popular videos on YouTube ever, with the most amount of views, was going to get taken down at a certain date because they were selling it off as a crypto thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and they did. It's gone. There's re-uploads of it, I'm pretty sure, but the original video is gone. YouTube. Yeah, YouTube history gone like that.
Wow.
So people are like, "Oh my god!" So if, people are gonna sell history like that now. What's next? And then somebody, like the next day, posted a picture saying, "Oh my God, no, not this one too." And it was Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up," and it was a screenshot of it saying that this video will be taken down at such and such date because it is being sold at auction as a crypto thingy. I don't remember what those are called. It's driving me nuts. So I'm like, what? No way. So I go click on the video, which, by the way, I'm one of the few people who unironically like "Never Gonna Give You Up." So it's it's not a bad song at all. It's just I don't know.
Awesome.
And I go in the description and it's not there, and I'm like, oh my God, I just got rickrolled for the first time in like years.
That is awesome.
Yeah. I know people who know the URL by heart because they got rickrolled so much as a kid.
I feel as though there's a t-shirt with a URL on it.
There's not a URL, but there is a t-shirt, and I only noticed because it happened to a friend of mine. There's a t-shirt thing out there that's out in a store somewhere that I saw, that we saw. It was at the mall. It's like one of those custom t-shirt places, and she's like, "Oh, this has a QR code. I wonder if it takes me to the website." So she scans it. It takes her to the Rick Astley's "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Yeah. You know what? I love that. I love that a lot. It's good.
Oh, that is great. Man. Memories.
Oh my God.
I still remember.
Go on, sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. Continue.
I was just thinking about something with Chaotic. So, for your viewers, they might not know, or if, they already know, whatever. When I went to San Diego and met Brian Gannon and Remy Surratt and all that, I wanted to say this on a video, but I accidentally removed this video.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make the record straight. Anyone who watches this, if you meet Rudd in person, you must comment on how giant he is. Dude is tall. Oh my God. When we even went over, so we went over to this fish place. It was seafood. Dude, towered over me, for those of you who watch my videos in the past, he's about as tall as my door. He's huge. And I'm just kind of looking at him for the first time in my life, I feel short. It was the weirdest thing. I didn't know what to say. And then when I met Brian, I was like, he's about the height I expect.
Dude, I'm the shortest dung growing guy in my family, okay? I'm 5'4" or something like that. My cousin, who is 13, is taller than me. I am so short, and it drives me nuts. Granted, I think part of it is that I'm fat, because if you're a bit on the chubby side, it makes you look shorter. At least that's what my aunt keeps telling me. I don't know. So maybe if I lose some weight, I'll look taller. But it drives me nuts that my cousins are taller than me. They're not done growing yet.
I have one of my nieces over.
Uh-huh.
One of my cousins over. And she's 12, and she's already almost my height.
Oh my.
And I'm like, okay. But I noticed that, she sort of just stopped growing. It was very strange, because I'm like, aren't you supposed to, keep growing until, you're in your 20s or whatever? She goes no, I just stopped. And I was like, you could just cue that up, can't you?
Oh, yeah. She's going to have a growth spurt, and is going to just rocket up 2 feet taller than you.
Not gonna have it.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
On that note, I remember reading something the other day. It was talking about how apparently after the age of 40, it becomes significantly harder to learn something. So I'm like, well, crap, now I got a ticking time clock here to figure out exactly how to draw. Because I've been wanting to learn how to draw in forever and just don't have time. But
well, I'm pretty sure this is just something that is said just everywhere, which is oh, you gotta make time. Well, making time's hard, you know, when you're working full time and you're doing this, and that, you know, finding a place for it can be a little challenging.
Yeah, you know, like I have, up until recently, I've been working 2 jobs. And then on top of that, I have my YouTube channels, which I haven't put any time into in forever. I'm so sorry, guys. But like, I have my 3
you forget.
I have my 3 YouTube channels. And then I got like 3 major hobbies that take up my free time, which is reading manga, watching anime, and playing video games. And it's kind of hard to balance a little bit of everything. And then on top of that, wanting to write a book and also freaking learn how to draw. It's like...
Yeah, I mean, for me, what I've been doing is I've just split days to do particular things. And there are definitely times where I wish I didn't feel that way, but then there are times where it works out really well.
Honestly, I'm probably going to have to do something like that, where I'm just going to be like, okay, my free time this day is going to be such and such, my free time this day is going to be such and such. Because, like, I haven't balanced anything at all. Like, lately, my big thing that's been driving me nuts is that, like, I feel like I'm wasting my time whenever I'm, like, doing anything. So unless I'm multitasking, I have this horrible habit of getting home, opening up YouTube, proceeding to open up every single video I've seen that like people like have uploaded throughout the day while I'm at work into new tabs, and then load up a game that I don't have to like pay attention to big time, and then play the game while listening to YouTube in the background.
Mario Party.
Well, more like Dead Cells, Monster Hunter, Race to Sun, trying to get the Platinum Trophy in one of the Neptunia games. Good lord.
Can you imagine a chaotic game designed like Monster Hunter, where you have to like run around and like scan the creatures and pray you don't get killed?
Oh my god.
Isn't that awesome?
Dude! That sounds like one of my dream games. That would be amazing. Just like having the mechanics of Monster Hunter, making it open world, and then like instead of a weapon, you maybe have some tools that help you get around, and then like your scanner. That sounds so awesome. Dude, just getting to the idea of like, getting to explore Param is something that I really want to do. Like, just to be able to, even if it was just a Param walking simulator, I want to explore Param.
I think about Shadow Warriors and say what. Listen, for your audience, say what you will about the game, but oh boy, you want to talk. Listen. Exploring like the little outskirts of Param, like the little stuff, I'm into that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, like just like the little things, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like because I think about Gothos Tower specifically, like at the very end of the game, and I'm like, I want to explore around there. I don't want to go in the tower. I just want to explore what's around, like the mountains and stuff.
Yeah,
like, that's awesome.
Yeah. You know, I have not played Shadow Warriors yet. I remember getting super hyped up for the game as a kid. And then I saw the X-Play review of it where they just completely crapped all over it, like saying, oh, this game is horrible, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, oh, it can't be that bad. And I couldn't find it anywhere. No one had it. And it drove me nuts. And then, so I just kind of forgot about it over time. And I found it recently for PS3 at VStock. And I got it. I haven't touched it yet, mostly because since I'm probably one of the few chaotic players who has not played it and actually kind of wants to, I want to do like a blind play. Yeah, I want to live stream it. I want to do a blind playthrough of it. I want to like just I don't know when or if since I can't live stream off PS3 because good lord, I don't know how much you know about like how annoying the anti-piracy thing is on PS3. It makes live streaming and recording off PS3 very obnoxious. Yeah,
I think for an instance like that, you would need to do like a third-party type situation.
Honestly, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to download an Xbox emulator, download the ROM of it, and hope it works out.
It should. It makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping to do that eventually. I don't know when. I keep telling myself I will do it eventually, but just like a lot of other stuff gets pushed off. Dude, Dude, speaking of chaotic games, what would be my dream game? Like, my main dream game? A chaotic fighting game.
Oh my god, I was having this discussion with my brother.
Hang on.
Dude, could you have, oh my god.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm not done yet.
Yeah.
I'm not done yet. It gets better. A chaotic fighting game.
Better.
A chaotic fighting game made by Arc System Works.
Oh, yes. Especially, considering, because here's the thing. One of my favorite fighting games of all time is Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my god, I love that game.
So
if, you put the chaotic in that, whoo! I'm sold.
I have not played Dragon Ball FighterZ myself, but, however, being a longtime fan of BlazBlue and Guilty Gear...
Just about to say Guilty Gear. Oh my god.
Just imagine a chaotic fighting game in the style of Guilty Gear Strive. Oh my god.
You know what? I have a mission for your audience and my own who happen to be listening to this. If any of you are good at modding, I want you to make a mod for Dragon Ball and Guilty Gear Strive. I want Maxor in both those games. I also want Screamer and I want Kaor. I want it to happen. I'm sure one of y'all can do it. There's 3D models out there that you can find. There's the Shadow Warriors models that are in public use. They're in the Chaotic Discord. Look it up. It's in the resources tab. Click it, download those models, make it happen, because that would be awesome. I would actually showcase that. I would not stop. I would go arcade mode. I would do everything with all the chaotic fun. I would just go ham.
The question is, who would they switch out for? I could see.
Well, you gotta get Maxor and Goku, at least because Sean Schemmel. Kaor, Broly.
Yeah, I can see that.
But I specifically think Dragon Ball Super Broly would probably be the best, because DBZ Broly is way too big. I think he's too big for Kaor, but DBS Broly is big enough, where he's just towering and just barely enough over Goku and even Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Or sorry, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta. Where he's just tall enough, just kind of like how Maxor and Kaor are in the show. I think that would be awesome, and I think that would make the most sense. Oh man, I'm just trying to imagine it now. Oh man.
Oh god.
And plus, here's an idea. So with DBS Broly, he's got a level 3 super where he shoots something out of his eyes. Mm-hmm. That could be paralyzed from chaotic. I'm just saying.
Oh god. After having seen some of the crazy stuff people have done with modding Guilty Gear Strive, I think it'd be doable.
Here's what I want for Dragon Ball Super.
Mm-hmm.
Get Dragon Ball GT Goku to be Heptad. I just want that gremlin to be flying everywhere, blasting stuff.
For some reason, I was expecting you to say Yakas, not Heptad, but okay.
No, Mishmash Fish. Mishmash Fish is Krellin. And you know what? Yakas? You know who he's gonna be?
Master Roshi.
That's the better idea. I was gonna say Piccolo, because Piccolo can tear his arms off and do weird stuff. But it's... Part of me is I wonder how good that would look, but part of me is I kind of want it to be bad, just so it's funny.
Oh, God.
God, that would just be awesome. Bam, there's your mission, everybody. Go make the mods. Make it happen. Do it for us. Do it for low tier. Do it for the Codemaster. Do it for your country.
God, now you're making me think if somebody could switch out the Leshen from Monster Hunter World for a Kaor or something.
Oh, I got it. Think about it. What if they did a mod, right? But the monsters that won are Warbeasts.
Dude, I would... Freaking Shadow of Colossus. Okay, that would be...
Oh my god. Imagine hunting Blazvatan.
Dude, freaking Uberon is supposed to be the size of 25 Kaors, okay? Kaor is easily...
Gintani, man.
Okay.
Gintani.
Titanics, the freaking giant Mongolian deathworm thing.
Shout out to Mages.
Yeah, so okay, just for size comparison, okay? Kaor looks to be probably about 9 feet tall, give or take. Maybe even bigger, okay? But I'm going to guess 9 feet tall, okay?
I think the guide... You know what? I actually have the guide.
Does it say how tall he is?
You know
I have it too, but I don't know where I put it.
I think he's like registered as like 10 feet tall or something like that.
Okay. So I just want to do some math here, okay? So
Okay. Let's break it down.
So Uberon, okay, in his card text says that he is the size of 25 Kaors, okay? Like tall wise. Okay.
Wouldn't that be 500 feet tall?
Yeah, so assuming he's 9 feet, that'd be 225 feet. Assuming he's 10 feet, that'd be 250 feet. Which, I mean, looking at him in the intro, I mean, okay, that's 50 feet shorter than Godzilla in the MonsterVerse movies. I
want to fight between Uberon and Godzilla. Draw fan art one, make it happen.
Dun 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 dun. Na 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 na.
And then there's Uberon in the background. That'd be sick.
Oh my god, dude! Could you freaking imagine Korra fighting Godzilla?
You're speaking the language of the gods. I'm praying now to make that happen.
Oh god, what? Godzilla versus Korra. So Godzilla has some random freaking crossovers in comics.
Yes.
There's Godzilla in the Marvel universe with like Spider-Man and stuff. There's Godzilla with like, I think there's a DC one, I'm not sure, but I do know there is also like Godzilla with like, wait, was it the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the Power Rangers? I can't remember.
I would believe Power Rangers. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think
I check that out.
I think there's a Godzilla Power Rangers crossover comic. I can't remember. I know Godzilla has several crossover comics, and they're all very weird. The Marvel one, yeah, there's an Avengers, and then there's a Fantastic Four one.
The Fantastic Four one makes a lot of sense.
Couldn't?
No. Okay. Marvel dropped an Ultraman comic. I want an Ultraman versus Godzilla thing. How come we've never seen that?
Hasn't there been like Ultraman or wait, no, who's the dude who gets super tall in the Godzilla movies?
I have no idea. But I want an Ultraman. I want an official Ultraman Godzilla crossover. I want that to be a thing.
I'm like 90% sure.
Oh, the same guy, Super Raya. So why haven't?
I'm like 90% sure there was, because I remember there's a dude in one of the Godzilla video games. I'm thinking it was Ultraman, was it? Hang on.
Well, I know Ultraman just wasn't in any Godzilla like movies or anything like that. If he just popped up somewhere else, I'm all for it. Sign me up.
So I have Godzilla Save the Earth for PS2, and I'm thinking of Jet Jaguar. Okay. Never mind.
Why, is he like a giant robot type dude?
He looks like Ultraman to an extent. Hang on. I'm gonna put the picture up real quick. Give me 1 second.
While you do that, because I have a camera recording my face, I'm gonna open up a Zenith of the Hive pack for fun.
Mm-hmm. So here's, I sent the picture of Jet Jaguar.
Okay. Let me just move my own face. Oh, there we go. I didn't know how to do that. Damn, there we go. Figured it out. Oh, wow. He looks like a knockoff Ultraman.
That's why I was getting confused. I thought he was Ultraman. Oh, God.
So I'm showing to the camera right now what I pulled. There's Prelude of Protection. You know what? I just realized I could do
You can share your screen. Okay, there we go.
I'll do this because it's only recording my camera thing, so I don't know if it'll pop up on your end because I know my camera's being currently used.
But it's just doing a loading thing that reminds me of a PS2 loading screen.
You know what? I think, man, I could just, yeah.
Hey, there we go.
We'll use that one for now. So there's Prelude of Protection. There's Minari. Oh, right there. Minari or Muna. A wee bit. I turned a porky. Kelvedran. I always thought this guy had like a cool like type design. It was awesome.
Yeah. Jaw.
Jaw.
So, I've always been confused. It's pronounced jaw or jail.
I want it to be jail now. Hive Destruction. Hune Marquand. Yondath, okay. Danian Element Coral and Haifu.
Yay.
Dude, listen, if I pulled Alexia on camera, I would have my pants. That would have been the end of it. That would have been over.
Dude, I haven't opened any chaotic packs in forever.
You want me to...
What?
You want me to send you some?
I mean, I won't look a gift horse in the mouth. I would appreciate it, but at the same time,
do this. Send me your address. I'll send you a gift. I'll send you a care package.
Thank you.
I will send you a care package. But I have a request. Make a video on it. There will be a part 2 where he opens the.
I mean, I've done an opening of every other thing that people have sent me. Which, by the way, my P.O. box is still open if anybody wants to send me stuff.
Send him stuff! Send him all the chaotic stuff!
That includes if you want me to sign anything. I felt so bad. So, okay. I did a giveaway once on my channel. On my main channel. And it was a... I don't remember what they how you signed up or whatever, but anyways, the winners got anything signed. I would sign anything they wanted and send it to them. Well, the guy who won, he was like, "Hey, can you sign my Ignites and stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So, I signed the entire Ignite deck. Okay, everything, all the Ignite cards, and I sent it to him. Okay, God, I want to say it was like a year later, Links got announced, and the destruction of pendulums occurred. It sucks. Ignite's are still unplayable. I hate it. I felt so bad for him. I'm like, oh, dude, you can't even play the deck you wanted me to sign. I don't even know if that guy still watches my stuff, honestly, now that I think about it.
I mean, as long as you sign the image and not, like, the card text, you're fine.
Oh, yeah, I did, of course. I made sure. I'm talking about, like, the deck being unplayable in the sense that, like, Ignites are...
Oh, just in general.
Yeah, so Ignites, their whole gimmick is they pop themselves in the Pendulum Zone to search out another Ignite, and they load up your extract to mass Pendulum summon back. With Master Rule 4, you can't do that, and so you can only summon one monster at a time. And... so, instead of being able to load up your extract full of, like, 5 monsters and pendulum summon them all out, you can't do that. At all. And,
sucks to suck.
Yeah. The deck is... it needs its own pendulum monster.
Yes.
And, like, a good one with, like, 3 downward pointing arrows or something. I don't know. It drives me nuts, and I feel bad for that guy. I'm still wondering if maybe... so, he lived, I think, somewhere on the East Coast? I'm still, like, looking for the day that I'm going to randomly see one of those cards in somebody's binder.
And you're going to be like, what the
I doubt I'm ever going to see that, because I'm hoping he's kept it, even if he doesn't play the game anymore or watch my stuff, but, God, I don't even... Man, that was ages ago.
I swear, if somebody asked me to sign something, again, I think I'd put my pants. You know? Because, I mean, for me, that would be like the rock star moment where I'm like, oh, what's happening? But...
dude, so, the only time I've had the rock star moment is when people have recognized me in person. It's, like, so weird, especially since I'm not big, okay? If I was, like, freaking SEMO levels in terms of, like, number of people following me, I would not be as surprised if people recognized me. But, like, every time it happens, I'm like, oh my god, somebody knows me.
It has happened for me twice. The first time it happened here in my home state, Arizona. And then when I went over to California for San Diego, because I made it public that I was going to San Diego, somebody approached me and called me out. I was like, oh, hey. It was so strange. I didn't know what to do. I was just like, hi.
It's happened to me 3 times, at least. I remember 3 times. So the first time, I was at... 2 of these have happened at regionals, now that I think about it. So the first time was at a YuGiOh regional, and I was in the line for sign-ups, and I'm talking to my friend who's behind me, and the guy who's in front of me, like, turns around and looks at me, and he looks down, and he's like, oh, hey, nice backpack, because I had my Kill la Kill backpack, and he's like, and I'm like, oh, thank you, and then I go back to just keep talking with my friend, and like a minute later, he's like, oh my god, you're a low tier for life!
That's awesome.
I'm like, oh,
the only other time I personally got recognized, the one in my home state, was a guy who worked at Best Buy, and he gave me this crazy hookup for the laptop that I'm currently recording and doing all my YouTube stuff on right now. Ooh. He gave me the hookup for it, and that was whoo!
That's awesome, dude. I remember the second time that happened. I was at another regional, and I'm sitting down, and I'm playing against this guy, and he's like, this deck looks familiar. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, did you knock this off a low tier for lives video? And I'm like, I'm like, no, I didn't. And he was like, this looks like a low tier for lives deck. And I'm like, no, it might be. I don't know. And then it dawns on him as we're dueling. Is like, oh my god, you are him.
Like it only then clicked.
Yeah, it's funny too because one of my friends, he sucks at deck building, so he would just be like, hey, can you send me your deck list every now and then? So I'd literally just copy and paste the YGO profiles and send them to him, and then he just upload them, and bang, he's got my decks. One time he was playing, and this guy that he was doing against on YGO Pro was like, what was it called again? Net decking. He's like, you net deck low tier for life. What are you doing? He's like, low tier's my friend. He's like, ha, no, he's not. Prove it.
He pop up like, what's up?
Well, he screenshotted it and sent it to me, and this is like, good lord, probably, this is back before I had 1,000 subscribers. That's how long ago it was. It was my Nordic deck he was playing. Which, fun fact, I actually ended up, oh my god, so my Nordic deck profile, it's one of my biggest videos on my channel. Okay, this is shortly after I uploaded the video originally, like, way back when my channel first started. And I'm playing on YGO Pro, and I'm doing against a Nordic deck. I'm like, this deck seems familiar. What the hell? I saved the screen. So on YGO Pro, you can save a replay, and then you can view the deck profile of the guy you dueled against. Card for card, it was my deck profile.
That is awesome. Right now, I was just so curious now, because now I'm like, shit, I didn't mean to. Oh no!
I don't care if you curse. I don't.
No, it was no. I accidentally clicked a video, and I was like, oh no, I don't want it to like accidentally like completely destroy my audio. Oh, here we go. I'm just curious what your most popular dungeon dice monster. You know how to play dungeon dice monster?
Okay, so so a friend of mine had, and I say had because he quit like forever ago. We're still friends on Facebook. But he had the full like starter kit and a little bit of yeah, he had the full original starter kit, and he had a couple of the little extra packs that they released. And he's like, hey, want to try playing Dungeon Dice Monsters? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And I had my stuff for recording. He's like, okay, well, hey, let's go and record it too. So we played a game, and then afterwards, he's like, hey, let's go and record it for your videos. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And so that video, so I uploaded 2 videos, Game 1 and Game 2. neither one did particularly well for a very long time. And then randomly, I don't know if it's just from the YouTube gods and Susan Wojcicki randomly deciding Dungeon Dice Monsters is something people are interested in, but it just randomly exploded in views a few years ago. It blew up. I remember watching it just skyrocket past each one of my videos, boom, 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 until finally it went above my Whatever Happened to Chaotic video, which is my second most watched video. And now Game 1 is sitting at 107, about 107,000 views, okay? The difference in view count from that to my next most popular, which is Whatever Happened to Chaotic, it's about 70,000. My Whatever Happened to Chaotic video, 28,000 views. And then, funny enough, the Dungeon Dice Monsters Game 2, good lord, it's, jeez, I'm still scrolling down trying to find it, because it, for some reason, did not get picked up by the algorithm. It is...
On the sort by, I just selected to most popular, and that's just the first one that popped up.
Yeah, it is. So Game 1, for whatever reason, got picked up by the algorithm and is now my most popular video, period. Game 2 never got...
3.6K.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, that's where Game 1 sat for the longest time, and then eventually Game 1 just skyrocketed for whatever reason. I don't know why. It's so weird and random. And then, just out of curiosity, I'm curious what my most popular videos on my other channels are now. Oh my god, what the hell. So on my side channel, I did a video complaining about this random box thing that you can get called Otaku Box. It's kind of like Loot Crate and all that. And I just did a video ranting about it for like 10 minutes because it was garbage. It had a lot of bootleg crap in it, and I mean the nicest thing about it is the posters and the t-shirts. The figure you're supposed to get in every box, because as you know, I'm obsessed with anime figures too.
Right.
Yeah. So, but the figures are all bootlegs.
Chaotic figures, Brian Gannon.
Oh my god. Oh. One is the loneliest number that you ever do. You're back.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Revenge!
That was random.
Scared me for a minute. I was like, he didn't like what I had to say?
What? No, dude, I want chaotic figures. Why would I not like that? Dude.
Give me the sexy Maxstar figure.
Maxstar? Okay, so one of the most popular types of figures are the freeing 1/4 scale bunny figures. So they just started, I don't think Freeing is doing it, but a company has started doing 1/4 male bunny figures. And I'm like, okay, Maxstar when?
I was just thinking about the Chaoticast episode where you had me in. Mm-hmm. I just looked at her. By the way, that was a year ago.
I know, right?
So weird because I work. Okay, so a little personal story. I was working for a important company. We'll call them that. Mm-hmm. Their CEO recently went to space. That should give away who it was. I was working for that company, and I was at a very low point in my life, and I was just super stoked to do anything chaotic related. Mm-hmm. So when you asked me initially to do that, oh man, I didn't even think twice. Because I knew you, A-Game, and Negative were all, the top dogs. Like, that was the end-all, be-all. And it was like the first time in YouTube or anything like that where I felt like the cool kid. Like, you gave me my first I'm the cool kid moment.
I'm glad I could.
And now I'm sitting here feeling like the cool kid again. You know what? Now I'm curious. Now let's go to my videos. My most popular video is my tribeless deck profile. It could have been anything. It is my tribeless deck profile.
Dang, that Chaoticast.
Oh,
So it's so funny. People keep telling me Chaoticast is like one of the big things they really want to see more of. But let's see here. So the one with you, episode 5.
it's like 200 something.
Yeah, 277. Oh, the one with Musa Rudd's 417. Kuro Chronicler 387. Codemaster Connor 457. The one with Clay Goods, which I had to take down for various reasons, 235. I'm sure it'd be higher if I didn't have to take it down. Let's see here. Moving on to yada yada yada. I know I did another one
Next
after
is my
you.
Dawn of Parent starter decks on was my second most popular.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time where I actively said I have to swear because this is great. Where I pulled Maxor. Oh man, that felt so good. And of course, my interview with Brian Gannon.
Mm-hmm.
Underworld deck profile. Ew, my 2019 deck profile for Underworld. Ew, don't watch that, anyone.
Dude.
Don't watch that.
Dude, there was a about 3 or 4 months ago now. Actually, it's probably farther than that. Somebody posted on the Chaotic Discord. So every once in a while, I'm going to be honest, I like to go on the Chaotic Discord and type in my name and variations of my name to see if anybody's talking about me. I know it's very, what's the word, self-absorbed, but I'm just curious if anybody's mentioned me. So I type it in, and somebody was apologizing to me out of nowhere. I'm like, what? And so I click on it, and somebody had gone on to deck help and was like, hey, I really like this deck. Can anybody help me improve it at all? And it was one of my old, very old deck profiles, and one that I'm not proud of anymore. And somebody was like, oh, that deck list is trash. Where'd you get it? And it's like, oh, I got it off of this guy called Low Tier for Life. And I'm like, and the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry, Low Tier, but this is trash.
If anyone goes like, oh, your deck list is trash, to me, I would have been like, you know what? Everything could be improved. If all of a sudden somebody was like, try this method, and then I try, and then I somehow like really fall in love with it, I'm gonna make a video about it. I mean, right now, my last deck profile was my mixed tribe. Right now, I'm working on a avatar deck profile where it's like all the elements. That one's exciting. I'm excited for that one.
Yeah. So I'm very open to criticism in general. If anybody can give me any advice on anything, I really do appreciate it.
Run Armageddon for the memes.
I don't remember who, but somebody taught me how to make like really good thumbnails with Photoshop and stuff. And the only reason I don't do it is because I just don't have the time to really put a lot of effort into it. Now, granted, hopefully after a month or 2 of my new job, I'll be able to like start investing more time into actually making good thumbnails and everything, because good thumbnails are really important for getting a ton of views. And then I do really want to mess around with editing more. I paid for the permanent Wondershare Filmora, which, dude, Wondershare Filmora is like the best editing software.
That is what I use for my videos.
I love it to death. I have figured out a lot of things with it, and it's just so much better than Sony Vegas. Oh my god.
It is so wonderful. I love it.
I had Sony Vegas for years. So before that, okay, so up until, I want to say, so let's see here. I got this computer, God, like 2 or 3 years ago. Up until then, I rarely ever edited, and the only time I did, I used Windows Filmmaker.
Welcome to the club.
And then I found a free copy of Sony Vegas, one of the old versions that people claim is the best, and it worked fine, but it would constantly crash on me when trying to render the video, so I gave up on it. And then I just gave up on editing in general, with the exception of adding on the end card, up until I got Wondershare Filmora, which yeah, which actually the old version of it was recommended to me by, I think, Negative Legend, And yeah, so then I got the new version of it. Speaking of negative, I really want to do a video with him one of these days. Apparently,
I wish I could do a video with him.
So he popped onto the Discord, the Chaotic Discord, back when the news about Chaotic coming back first came out and everything. And he and I chatted for a little bit. We've chatted on and off here and there. We're not like buddy buddies. We're like, I would say, kind of like with you and I. But he's like, yeah, I actually wanted to message you about doing a video like way back when, but I'd been burned so many times by people not following through with collaborations that I stopped doing it. I'm like, oh.
I would have been like, dude,
yeah,
sign me up.
Yeah, and then I wanted to bring him on to Chaoticast, but he was busy. He was doing college stuff, and then I got busy, and I'm hoping maybe to go and bug him about it again, maybe soon. I don't know.
You know what? For your audience watching this, and for my audience watching this, get Negative Legend to battle us. I want to throw... You know what? I'm issuing a challenge to you right now, Negative. I bet I could beat you in Recode. That's it. I'm throwing down... You know what? Here's my proxy draw skin. I'm throwing it down. I can kick your butt. Let's go. I'm issuing you a challenge. There it is. Get him to contact me. I don't know what I just signed myself up for, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to regret it in 5 seconds.
Dude, I think I've told this story before, but that just reminded me of when I was a kid. I was on a winning streak, and I thought I was the hottest guy ever in terms of what's the word? Hot S word. I was like, yeah, I'm really awesome. I can win anything.
Salami.
Yeah, hot salami. There we go. So I go onto this is back before they did the browser game, and I go onto the leaderboards and I'm like, I wonder if I can beat the number 1. So I'm scrolling up and I'm like, there he is, the number 1. He's not online. The number 1 chaotic player at the time, I don't even know who it was never online, ever. But
real quick, I hate to interrupt you.
You're fine.
In my apartment window, I could clearly see the neighborhood kids playing. Mm-hmm. Part of me kind of wants to open the door and go like, what's up? But anyway, the number 1 player wasn't online. Back to you.
Yeah, so the number 1 player wasn't online, but the number 2 was. And I'm like...
Oh, someone's feeling like a hot shot.
Yeah, so I'm like, ooh, I'm going to challenge him. I'm going to beat him.
Someone hot cockle.
So, I still had my crappy starter Mepedian deck. Okay. The guy I challenged, his name was not Dragonics. Dad Rocks 123. That's what it was. It was Dad Rocks 123. Mm-hmm. And he I challenged him and he accepted. And I was like, oh my god, he accepted. I can do this. I can win. I can become... Oh no.
He crushed you.
I got one look at his board, at his army, and I was like, I'm dead. He had Kaor.
Well, here we are now.
Yeah, he had Kaor. So it was an Underworld deck. It was. I don't remember his full lineup, but I do remember he had Kaor and Lord Von Bloat in the deck. And, because this is before Beyond the Doors came out. This is between... So I started Chaotic when Zenith of the Hive came out. Right. And Silent Sands was the newest set, getting ready to come out. So it was sometime either just before or sometime after Silent Sands came out. And yeah. He destroyed me with that old Underworld deck. It was I don't remember his full team, but I do know for a fact Kaor and Lord Von Bloat were in there. And it wasn't even... I think I got his Kaor half health, and then he just one-shot my Kwon. I'm like, oh.
That is so unfortunate.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that we were chatting while we were doing this, oh, I made a huge mistake. And he's like, it's okay, you live and learn. And we were chatting. He was a pretty cool dude. We ended up becoming friends, and... See, he didn't really care about Mepedians, so whenever he would get a bunch of Mepedian codes that weren't super or ultra, he'd just give them to me. He just messaged me like, "Hey, I pulled all these Mopedians. I don't care. So here's the codes for them. Go type them in." I'm like, "Oh my god, thank you."
That is awesome.
Yeah, and he was such a nice guy. And that's why for the longest time afterwards, because I made so many friends playing Chaotic. For the longest time after Chaotic went down, I promised myself I'd make my everything that I do like online be my Chaotic screen name, which is DarkRide110. Just hoping that maybe one of these days I'd bump into somebody from Chaotic and they'd recognize me. But that's never happened.
One day.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he'll be watching this video and be like, "Oh, him."
That would be so cool.
It would be. I don't know. I don't know anything about him in terms of how old he was or anything, or what he's doing nowadays, or who knows, maybe he's got 3 kids, a wife, and I don't know, maybe he's the CEO of some company or something.
It's secretly Brian Gannon, you never knew.
I was about to make a joke, maybe he's actually Jeff Bezos.
It was Jeff Bezos. It was Mr. Amazon himself.
Oh god. Losing my train of thought. So, there was something I was telling beforehand and I can't remember. Anyway, so there is something that you have been up to for a while now. Do you want to share it?
There's been a lot that I've been up to. There is one thing in particular that I'm personally excited for.
Yes.
Oh god, here we go. plug.
Yeah. Gotta plug.
I'm working on a trading card game of my own called Powerline Ultra. It was a game that, or I shouldn't say was, it is a game that I have been working on for almost 7 years now, and right now I'm just getting into the very final touches of the game, and it's based on fighting games and comic books and things like that, and oh my god, I'm just super excited. The gameplay is very similar to Chaotic. It's like if you were to mix Chaotic and YuGiOh.
Mm-hmm.
That is the rough end of what it's like to play it. But no, there's all sorts of characters, there are all sorts of different attacks and things like that. Some things are being changed, like names of certain things or names of types of cards, things like that. Symbols, designs, things like that. It's just like little stuff. Nothing that would completely go over the current copyright of which that I own. I already ran it through and they said that's fine, that's okay, as long as, you put it under that same register and as long as it looks similar enough, Mm-hmm. I said, okay, fine. And plus I own it, I could just send it right in and call it a day. But, yeah, here's something for all you aspiring game designers and players out there. Making a game is not easy, it is hard. And one last thing, be very willing to change your image for the betterment of your own game. If you are willing to give your game a facelift here and there and not go with the 100% vision,
mm-hmm.
you're going to make a nice game. Because Powerline went through 8 major revisions before it landed on the one that it's in right now. Or sorry, 7 revisions. Right now I'm on the break. Mm-hmm. 7 major revisions before it got to where it's at now. And, oh my sweet heaven. You know what? I think I actually have... You know what? Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a nice cutaway on my head.
Your voice cut out as you were screaming something, and that was just really funny. You need to send it to perfectly cut screams.
Again, I'll send you this footage later. I got it. So, I have a showcase binder of my game with the logo and one of the stage cards in the front and back with the slogan, "Time to Rock." It's a zip-up binder. It's water-resistant and everything. But this is... Lots of work, lots of design stuff. But what's interesting is I have some of the original designs for the fronts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. And there's one character in particular that I have talked about in the past. His name's Hyperman, who's who's Ultraman. But the thing is, he doesn't look the way that he does now. He used to look very different. And in the Ultraman suit, he had like these like little earpieces things, but mine were like huge, like Green Goblin levels of huge. And I look at it now and it's super jarring because I'm like, I spent so many years thinking this is what he was going to look like. Final print and everything, and then I redesigned him and I'm like, I will never look back again. It's like whenever you look at an ugly photo of yourself and you're like, oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I don't know if you've seen My Hero Academia, but it reminds me of...
I love My Hero Academia.
I've only seen the first season. I really need to catch up. But it reminds me of how, like, Deku designed his idea for his suit for, like, ever.
Yeah, it's, like, based on All Might.
Yeah, and it took me forever to realize that the weird, like, teeth-like edging was him mimicking All Might's smile. Yeah, it took me way too long to realize that. But, like, it's like, dude, did you never not once go back and go, maybe this is too childlike and I should maybe make something that it's...
And even All Might just kind of looked at him and went, that's stupid.
Exactly. Oh, God.
He's like, yo, that's whack.
Yep. You know, and what you were saying about revisions, it reminds me, think about it like this. Chaotic went through, like 4 or 5 revisions? You have the original Girls and Gorks, you have the Draco Heads, you have Chaotic Now or Never, and then you got the final version of Chaotic, and whatever the new version they're going to come up with for the revival, unless they're just, redoing the original. I don't know what they're doing. So that's 4 or 5 revisions. And then you got YuGiOh, okay? YuGiOh, have you ever seen any of the original Bandai cards?
I own an original Bandai Summon Skull. It is...
I'm jealous.
Ugly!
See, I actually really like the Bandai art to an extent.
I kind of like that it was, like, weird.
It's got an edge to it. And the game played so heavily different too. Like stars mattered way more.
How the original version was played.
Stars so like with the original season of the first series. You could normal summon without tributing, all that stuff. It was basically it's basically faster magic. But you could normal summon without tributing. Stars played a heavier role and stuff, if I remember right. And effects were called rules, and every monster had their own unique rule, and stuff like that. Now, they had some really cool gimmicks, like, for instance, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon was not one monster, he was like 4. And he was the 3 Blue Eyes chained together by something called the Red Chain.
Whoa.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find the original Blue Eyes Ultimate real quick on Google here. And they've actually, like, gone back and redone that original idea for Rush Duels, where now you got the maximum summon, which are 3 monsters in one. They're literally 3 cards that you put next to each other. They form a giant picture and everything. Let's see here. Bandai, Blue Eyes, Ultimate. Oh my god, you can buy the full set for $150.
Seriously?
There's one on eBay.
Dude, I would honestly die for a Bandai 5 pieces of Exodia. Exodia is my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh monster.
I've never actually seen Bandai Exodia. I'm gonna Google that now. Yu-Gi-Oh.
It's kind of cool. It's kind of similar to
Exodia. Oh, cool! It looks like the old one, like the original art. Okay, so here's the original Bandai Blue Eyes Ultimate. Okay, why did also... Here we go.
Okay, let's look at this bad boy.
It's...
What? Oh!
You blew out your mic.
Oh my god! What is this?
It's the original Bandai Blue Eyes Ultimate. See, it's the 3 blue eyes, and it has the red chain that chains them all together. Instead of it being a 3-headed blue eyes, it's...
a wacky, weird...
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, borderline BDSM collar. Like, eyes and a mouth is attached to this thing. Like, this is nuts. That's cool.
Yeah, and then they actually reference this artwork in a card called Rage of Blue Eyes or something like that. Let me see if I can find that card real quick, because that is a interesting one. It's not a good card, but it references this artwork from Bandai. Gotta find it real quick here. I think it's called like
Sure.
Rage of Eyes of Blue or something like Rage of Blue Eyes. It's like Rage of Blue Eyes or something like that. Yeah, Rage of Eyes of Blue, that's what it's called. And it kind of references the artwork, in that the blue eyes are in very similar positions. Like, it almost looks like they traced them. It's kind of crazy.
Okay, let's give this a look. Wow, that is the exact same pose.
Yeah, just as
One for one the same.
Yeah, like, one blue eyes is slightly different, but like the blue eyes in the bottom right, same pose. Blue eyes in the bottom left, he's just kind of pointed upwards now, and the blue eyes up top is now pointed downwards.
The art.
Yeah, the card is hilariously bad. So, Rage of Eyes of Blue, banish this card and as many cards as possible from your hand, field, and graveyard face down, and if you do, spell summon up to 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon from your deck. You cannot no more spell summon monsters to turn activate this effect, except Blue Eyes White Dragon. So the problem is, it's got 2 problems. For one thing, it always summons the Blue Eyes from your deck. Second problem. So, have you ever heard the joke about how MST negate, like a spell or something? Like, oh, activate Dark Hole, MST negate. This is the one normal or quick play spell card that MST actually can negate.
That's dumb.
So, here's the thing. It says, banish this card and as many cards as possible from your hand, field, and graveyard, face down. Okay?
As a cock.
Yeah, so you...
oh, no!
Yeah, so when you activate it, it banishes everything else and itself. So when you activate it, and your opponent chains MST to negate it, or I mean to destroy it, it gets destroyed, and therefore you can't banish this card. So it gets destroyed, and the effect is negated. Because it can't banish itself from the graveyard.
That's whack.
Yeah, it's a stupid rolling, but it makes it even worse than it already is.
You know what? I applaud Blue Eyes players. After hearing this, I applaud.
Oh no, Blue Eyes has actually some of the best support in terms of the old cards, but and actually Blue Eyes I think topped Worlds, if not won Worlds one year, if I remember right.
I only have one desire. I want Konami. I don't know if you're watching this. Free Gateway of the 6.
It's at 3.
It's at 3?
I'm pretty sure.
What? No. Okay, hold up. Looking this up right now.
I'm checking right now on YgoPro.
Gateway of the...
I actually...
Oh wait, yeah. I can check that, can't I? Oh.
Yeah, it's at 3. Oh, wait, no, wait, I have ban list turned off. Wait, why is it not letting me turn on the ban list? What the hell? YgoPro. What do you mean ban list NA? There's no... Oh, there we go. Now it loads in the ban list. Gateway. Oh, no, it's at 1. Oh, I got it mixed up with the Japanese ban list. The Japanese ban list had it at 3 a while ago.
Yeah, because they have Gateway of the 6, you know, at whatchamaflippy.
But Six Samurai does have a Link monster that can search it out.
Yeah.
The really annoying Battle Shogun of the Six Samurai. Uh,
Listen, he's not that
oh
bad.
no, he's good. It's just annoying. Oh, you get so many counters out. Oh my god, I got it. I was doing against a 6 samurai player. He got the infinite loop of infinite counters, and it was. Oh my god.
I didn't realize that there was an infinite,
There is.
thing. Until somebody explained it to me. I was like, no kidding.
Yeah, I didn't realize it either, but, red and blue, and then it's stupid. It's so stupid. I hate it. it's.
I'm
Uh,
looking through here.
mm-hmm.
Because it looks like it's unlimited.
No, it's that one. I got it mixed up. What is the? I wonder what does the text of the Bandai Blue Eyes say? I'm so curious now. Oh, it's called, and it's not even called Blue Eyes Ultimate. It's called Blue Eyes White Dragons 3-Body Connection.
Oh,
yeah. So in order to summon it, it's the Blue Eyes White Dragon is powered up by the spell Wicked Chain. So I got it mixed up. I thought it was called the Red Chain. Wicked Chain spell. Lore, because back then because Bandai was so weird. The bodies of 3 monsters are connected, increasing their attack strength through wicked power. That's its effect. And
that is some effect.
yeah, so now the crazy thing, okay, so if you get out the 3 bod, so as you might have noticed, the Blue Eyes White Dragon 3 Bodies Connection, is 4 cards, okay. If you have that out along with a Wicked Chain on the field, Blue Eyes White Dragon 3-Body Connection, you want to know what its effect is?
What?
So, special rule. When this card and Wicked Chain are simultaneously played, it can attack 8 times consecutively.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, that's whack.
Now, keep in mind, I believe... so I'm not 100% sure on Bandai original rules, okay, but I'm pretty sure, just like with the original version, you could not attack directly. So just like with you could really only run over 5 monsters your opponent controls, and then if they happen to have summon more, they could run over 3 more. I mean, granted, with 4,500 it can basically kill your opponent, but still.
That's insanity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it just dawned on me, the Rage of Eyes a blue card. It's got a bunch of red around it. Obviously red Rage, but also red like the Wicked Chain. I kind of want to see them remake this in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! As a actual oh hey, the chain and all that stuff. I gotta read the original manga and see if
Did you see footage for Master Duel?
I have not. I know it's a thing. I don't know anything about it.
You need to do a reaction video, because I think you would be all over that
Isn't it
hot?
Isn't it like Duel Links, but with Master Rule game or something? I mean, with the Master Rule rules, or is it an actual game? I don't know.
It is a official simulator made by Konami.
Okay, they've attempted this 5 times now. It better be good.
It looks good.
Okay, I'm gonna have to check it out later, because every attempt, except for Duel Links, which I wouldn't even call a simulator, it's its own separate thing. Every attempt by Konami to make an official Yu-Gi-Oh! Simulator has been hot garbage.
Oh, jeez.
Dude, I don't remember what it was called, but there was the most recent attempt. The only good thing that came out of it was all the cute chibi artwork. I don't remember the actual name of the game, but so you can only get packs by spending the points you got from dueling, okay? Which makes sense, okay? But however, in the beta, which I played extensively, you were allowed to duel I think it was 7 times, or as many times as you wanted. I can't remember. It was one of those 2. in the official release of the game, you can only duel 5 times a day unless you paid to duel more.
Very weird.
Well, I think they were trying to go for an energy system like you see in mobile games, except this was a PC game. And also, like, you want people to be able to grind out packs to be able to play better decks. And then, yet you can't play game more? Like, what? It was so annoying. I wonder...
Yikes.
Yeah, the only good thing that came out of it... Oh, it was Duel Arena. That was the name of it.
Duel Arena.
Yeah. The only good thing that came out of it was the chibi artwork that they made for, like, almost every monster. So, like, you could have... so you could get various... Like, you know how, like, on Duel Links... I mean, not Duel Links. Dueling Network and all that. You could have... different different creatures and characters as your artwork. I mean, as your like profile. You could do that with Duel Arena too. And again, the only good thing to come out of it was this adorable.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Yeah, and then there's this. They had so much of it, and this stuff is still occasionally used in, like modern promotional stuff because it is just that adorable and people liked it. Some of it.
I've seen card sleeves with Pharaoh Atem on it. I've seen those.
Yeah, they've had card sleeves. My Locals has a few posters with the Duel Arena artwork up because again, people just like it. It's not the craziest thing in the world. Personally, like Dark Magician Girl is the best one, but then again, it's hard to ruin perfection here. But like. Good Lord, what did they do to Merrick? He's all hair.
Yeah, shuffle well, Pharaoh.
He's all hair.
I mean, aren't they all?
Alrighty. Okay, so how long have we been doing this? This is an hour and 20 minutes, yeah. Okay, so I'm probably good for another few minutes. So I don't know about you.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what to talk about now.
You know what? Now I'm just thinking about it because we were talking about something earlier. Imagine, let's say a chaotic creature was a Yu-Gi-Oh monster and vice versa. What kind of wild mix-up would that look like?
Okay, so for one thing, right off the bat, if a Yu-Gi-Oh card was like if a Yu-Gi-Oh monster was just transported to the world of Chaotic. For one thing, if it was Chaos Emperor Dragon,
it's over.
Things would be crazy. I could see it being, well, it'd probably be Tribalists, because I don't see them putting a, like, if Chaotic were to ever do a crossover event, which would be really cool, like...
That would be so dope.
It'd be, oh my god, I'd love it. I could see them making the cards be, like, Tribalists, which, by the way, it's not, like, unheard of, because, I mean, I know Magic does crossover events almost to a fault now, and YuGiOh did a crossover event with, I think, Puzzle and Dragons last year. We have not gotten the card... Huh?
I said, that's awesome.
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't gotten the cards that came out over here. As a part of that little thing, there was a All Art of Blue Eyes Ultimate release, and then they released a few of the popular monsters from that game as cards, but they're like normal monsters. They're not like good or anything. They're just like, hey, here's a collector's card. Which I would love to see Chaotic do. But like Chaos Ember Dragon, okay, so just trying to think about what it would do as a card.
It would, like, can Warbeasts be attached to any tribe?
Well, considering we would have gotten dragons, I'm pretty sure it'd have the dragon type. So I don't know, I guess Warbeast 2 probably be like I don't know, dragon abomination. I don't know.
Abomination.
Something special for it. Now for its effect, though. Oh, for the oh so wonderful attributes and type. Well, the elements. Fire, because we don't have light or dark, but he's a dragon. Breathes fire. I'm pretty sure he shoots fire in the anime. So fire.
That would make sense.
Yeah, and then maybe air. Fire and air. Being a dragon, fly around air. And then for the effect, this is the difficult one. So in YuGiOh, Chaos Emperor Dragon has the effect where you can pay 1,000 life points, and then both players sends all other cards they control and in their hand to the graveyard, and then it does a certain amount of damage to your opponent, equal to the number of cards sent. So, adapting that into YuGiOh. I mean, not adapting it into YuGiOh, what am I saying? Adapting it into Chaotic. You can, let's say, so what would be the equivalent of 1,000 music counters? Let's say, yeah, let's go with 10. 10 music counters. Stack 10 music counters, and let's have him start off with 0, and then he gain a music counter whenever he kills something in battle. That means that you got to be able to like give him more music counters some other way. So
yeah,
you stack 10 music counters, and then both players discard their entire music hands, and no real way to do the field thing. But I would say both players discard their entire music hands, and then to make it balanced, let's say send one creature from each side of from each player's control to the graveyard, and then do, I don't know, 25 damage to opposing engaged creature.
Sure.
I hope that made sense.
I think it does. I think that would be a dope. That'd be dope.
It'd be hard to do. Well, actually, no. I'm sure there would be somebody who'd be able to cheese it, but like, it'd be so cool.
That would be awesome. I want somebody to draw like Blue Eyes White Dragon in the Chaotic style and Maxor in the YuGiOh style.
Oh my god! So Maxor as a YuGiOh card, I could see him being a level 8 warrior with actually, since he's the main character card, played by the main character, let's make him have Dark Magician stats. So level 7, 2500 warrior, 2k defense. I'd say he'd probably be Earth attribute. And then let's see here. So Overworld is all about buffing and helping out friends and stuff. So for his effect, it'd be if a warrior is battling, you can special summon him from your hand, increase that monster's attack power by 1,000, kind of like him gaining 10 HP for that. And then, God, I don't know. I mean, like, if we're basing it off of the original, he doesn't have anything else really going for him. But if we're basing it off the retrain, it could be something like, this card cannot be destroyed in battle. If this card takes, if you take battle damage from a battle involving this card, increase this card's attack power by the damage taken, and then you burn your opponent for the same amount of damage. I just realized I just gave him Beel's effects.
I mean, why not, right?
Yeah, basically make him a main deck Beel's. Yeah. Do you got any ideas for doing something like that? Like translating a Chaotic card into a YuGiOh card and a YuGiOh card into Chaotic?
Oh, man. Okay, listen. Yakus is clearly a fusion monster. One of each element, like a 6 samurai monster, like a weirdo. Let's see. He would have to have, like, some sort of, like, stupid effect that, like, sounds awesome but overly complicated. Because, first of all, you need 6 monsters. Second of all, you know, it's gotta be, it's gotta be stupid.
It's Yakus. He's gotta be a joke. Okay, so 6 monsters. Give him 500. Give him 500 attack.
But no, give him 500 attack and like something stupid like 216 defense, like one of those really like weird, obscure Yu-Gi-Oh monsters from back in the day.
Oh, wait, even better. 525 attack and then 216 defense. There we go.
Done. We figured it out.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to leave this up to the viewers. Viewers, what is the Yakis of you? Like, what's the Yu-Gi-Oh Yakis? What does he do?
I was thinking a dice roll effect, honestly.
Oh man, you know what? I think you cracked the code.
Give him a
No, you gotta roll. You gotta roll a dice, and let's say you roll like a 1 or a 6. You flip a coin, and if it's tails, like you gain like some sort of attack. But if it's heads, it's this other thing. Meanwhile, if you roll like a 2 or a 3, it's something stupid. Like it's just this really long, overly complicated effect, but all of them are bad.
Wait. Okay, so this is what his effect would be. You roll a dice. Once a turn, you roll a dice. And if it is a number between 1 and 6, you must flip a coin. If it is a heads, you must offer your opponent a handshake. If they do not accept a handshake, this card's attack becomes 3,000. If they do take the handshake, you take 2,000 damage. If it is tails, you must roll a dice again and repeat. Or something stupid. I don't know. I'm just thinking it's Yakis. It's got to be something really trolly.
It's gotta be just something stupid.
Okay, like that, or maybe getting you into a semi-infinite loop of possibly just redoing it. Oh, I got it. Okay. Once per turn, you must roll a dice. If it is a number between 1 and 6, you must flip a coin. If it is heads, you roll the dice again and repeat. If it is tails, you must offer your opponent a handshake and then roll a dice again. If they do not take the handshake. If they do take the handshake, the effect resolves and I don't know, you gain 1,000 life points. But if they don't take the handshake, you gotta do it again. So therefore it gets you in an infinite loop if they do not take the handshake. Because no matter what happens, you're gonna end up re-rolling the dice and then re-flipping the coin and then re-offering the handshake no matter how many times you go through the loop again. Until they take the handshake.
That has to be... No, you know... In the April Fool's version, the surprise version, it says... If your opponent refuses the handshake, you get to call them crusty.
Oh, God.
What a productive conversation.
I don't even know anymore. God. Man.
Wow. Well, this was certainly interesting.
You can say that again. God.
I want fan art of Yakis Yu-Gi-Oh.
Somebody needs to like make a. I kind of want to. So, YuGiOh. So, not Duel Links. Why do I keep on calling it? Dueling Network or Dueling Book, whatever it's called nowadays. You can actually like put fan made cards on it. I kind of want to see somebody play that Yakis in the fan-made section.
Please.
That or somebody needs to play it in a proxy duel and see what happens.
Make it happen, everyone. Make it happen.
Oh, God. I just thought about something. What would his level be as a fusion?
12.
12? Yeah, so you can't even choose... So you can't even choose him out of instant fusion.
Yeah, it has to be level 12.
Well, he is supposed to be as strong as Maxor, isn't he?
Yeah, that's my point. He's supposed to be awesome, but no.
Oh, God. Oh, my head hurts. Talking too long.
Well, I think this might be a good stopping place then. You might want to rest your noggin.
Yeah, it's been a long day. I worked all day, and then I drove around from, like, across 3 different stores. I honestly didn't think I'd get home in time for this, for a little bit there. It was starting to worry me.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, so thankfully, God, I got so many ideas for like stuff to do, at least in terms of like, okay, by so many I mean like the next 3 or 4 videos. I got ideas. Are tier lists still popular? I kind of want to do a tier list.
Do it.
I got an idea for that. I gotta figure out how to make one though. Oh, isn't there like a site called like Tier List Maker or something like that? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check that out though. So, anyways, I think that's about it. Do you want to wrap up with saying anything, dude?
Subscribe to low tier. If you don't, I'm gonna be upset.
Thank you. And guys, make sure you check out Codemaster Hardrock's channel and subscribe to him. He's really good, really awesome creator, and be sure to check out his stuff.
Well, thank you. That was very sweet of you.
You're welcome. So, thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Rate, comment, and subscribe to both of our channels. And see y'all later.
Happy birthday.
Thank you all for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please consider rating, commenting, and subscribing to my channel. It all goes a long way to helping out me and my channel. And also, if you do, please consider following me on social media, as well as also checking out my other channels. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Peace out.